Hello, my lovely listeners. Welcome back to another episode of Thought Waves, the podcast where we unravel the quirks of our brilliant minds through our thoughts. Today, we are diving headfirst into the most intriguing world of overthinking. Yep, you guessed it right. That whirlpool of thoughts that keeps us up all night and makes us question every little decision. You know that thing we all do when our minds go into overdrive, analyzing, replaying, and over-analyzing every little thing. Yeah, that thing. We're going to break it down, figure out why we do it, and most importantly, how to put a stop to the never-ending cycle of overthinking. So grab your favorite notepad, make a cup of tea, and find a comfy spot because we are going to explore the most underrated but a dangerous topic ever: overthinking. I say dangerous because the expression in itself leads to overthinking and more overthinking, right? So buckle up, buddies, because we are in for a thought-provoking ride. Alright, let's start with the basics. Overthinking is like a mental marathon where your brain just won't give it a rest. Or let me put it this way. Overthinking is like that extra scoop of ice cream you didn't really need. It's excessive. It doesn't serve you. And it can make you feel a bit overwhelmed. Picture this. You're lying in bed, replaying that conversation you had earlier, dissecting, analyzing every word, every tone, and imagining alternative scenarios. Or maybe you're facing confusion in some decision you made or others made. Sometimes we get involved in others' business too, right? In the course of making a big decision, you are stuck in analysis paralysis, thinking and rethinking all the possible outcomes, driving yourself crazy in that process. It could also be because lack of self-confidence causing and making you to question your own decisions. It's essential to understand that overthinking goes far beyond just thinking, pondering onto it. It's a mental loop that can suck in the joy out of life, leaving you feeling trapped in your own thoughts. Now let's dig into the juicy part. Why on earth do we overthink? Well, there's a multitude of reasons, many opinions, and various theories according to renowned experts. But the end word about overthinking is often teamed up for a brain party that just won't quit. And you know what? The human brain is a complex and a curious thing, and it loves to keep us on our toes. It acts like a protective gear that tries to make sure we are prepared for anything that comes our way. Unfortunately, it can get a bit carried away, and that's when we find ourselves in the position to think, and overthink. And like a quicksand, we fall into the trap of overthinking. And one of the most notorious culprits is good old stress. When stress knocks on your brain's door, overthinking often answers. Thinking is being helpful in preparing you for all the possible scenarios that might or might not happen. Then there's a dear friend called the inner critic who constantly whispers, "You have not done enough. You are not good enough. You could have done better." That little voice can turn a minor hiccup into a full-blown, out-and-out drama, triggering and starting the overthinking cycle again. And let's not forget the comparison game here. Thanks to the modern marvel of social media, we are constantly bombarded with carefully curated snapshots of other people's seemingly perfect and ideal lives. This can lead us down the rabbit hole. It leaves us asking, am I doing good enough? Am I not doing good? Am I enough? Is my life as exciting as others? This indeed leads to confusion and more stress, which in turn leads to overthinking again. Oh, and perfectionism. It's like a badge we wear nowadays. But it can be exhausting and very tiring at times. Pretending to be perfect all the time to everyone is kind of an everyday task, as we live only to please others, as somewhere in the journey we forgot to live for ourselves. Striving for perfection in every aspect of life can create a breeding ground for overthinking. Trust me, I've been there too. Okay, enough of the problem now. Let's talk about solution. How do we deal with overthinking or overcome overthinking when it tries to take control over our lives? Alright. Now, let's see the strategies to put the brakes, curb on overthinking. First one, mindfulness and meditation. These powerful tools can help you create a mental sanctuary, a place to take a break from the constant mental chatter that doesn't pause in your head. Second, question your thoughts. Challenge the validity of your thoughts. Ask yourself, is this thought helping me, or is it just causing unnecessary stress for me? Third, stay in the moment. Live in the present. Focus on the here and now. When your mind starts wandering into the future or replaying the past, gently guide it back to the present moment. Fourth, distract yourself. Engage in activities you enjoy, whether it's going for a walk, reading a book, or practicing a hobby. Give your mind a break and some rest from overthinking. Fifth, talk it out. Sharing your thoughts with a friend or a mental health professional can provide fresh perspectives and help you sort and untangle those mental knots. You can also use those online help where you can share your worries with strangers without revealing your real identity, if you are comfortable doing so. I would suggest deep introspection is needed to deal with overthinking. There are different methods to handle it. There is no right way to do this. It depends on the person, situation, and sometimes the place also. So what do most people do or follow to avoid and overcome overthinking? Here are some special, practical, down-to-earth, battle-tested strategies. We can overcome overthinking by choosing love, life, and forgiveness. Or we can overcome overthinking by embracing our imperfections and celebrating our achievements. Or we can overcome overthinking by taking up actions and challenging our fears. Or do all the three to overcome overthinking and build a constructive life with a nonchalant mind. So that's all for everything today. It's time to wrap up this exploration of overthinking. Remember, you are not alone in this journey, and it's okay to have moments of overthinking. What matters is that you are trying to overcome. You are taking steps to manage it and make space for a more peaceful mind. Alright, my fellow overthinkers, it's time to wrap up this episode. We have explored what overthinking is, why it happens thanks to the brain, and some fantastic ways to deal and tackle it head on. If you found this episode helpful, don't forget to subscribe and share it with anyone you think might need a little mental boost. And if you have your own overthinking stories or tips to share, I did love to hear from you. Hit me up on our social media channels. And thank you so much for all the love and support. So before we go, let's make a pact. Let's promise to catch ourselves when we start falling into the trap of overthinking. Take a deep breath and remind ourselves that we have got this. And don't forget to keep your thoughts in check and those minds curious. Until next time, embrace the memories, live in the present, and ride the waves of thought. Till then, take care and be kind to yourself. Sending lots of love and light. Bye-bye.